Hey, I'm Christopher McClure from SoYouWannaPlayGuitar.com, and on Facebook it's So You Want to Play Guitar, and on YouTube it's So You Want to Play Guitar. And today I'm going to show you some stuff regarding pull-offs and hammer-ons. If you don't know, a pull-off is it's really what it says. It's when you take your finger and you're not using your right hand. So you could play a note with your right hand, but then you pull it off, and the pull off is actually happening it's happening horizontally. In other words, it's not like you're not going like that really. You could for some effect, but really you're going sideways. It's like you're plucking the string with your left hand. All right. So what are some ways of practicing pull-offs? Well, we can go back to the spider for just about anything. So a spider pull-off would be, so we can actually play it. We play the note, and then we pull it off. Okay, and so on and so forth. The one of the cool things about pull-offs is that you can make your playing sound like it's happening twice as fast, because for every note that you play, you're pulling off too. And very often you're pulling off to an open string, but very often those open strings are happening, the pull-offs are happening so fast, those open strings are sounding so quickly that even if they're not exactly in the key, they're not really heard as being out of the key because they're happening so quickly. Another thing you can do is you can actually play a scale. Let's say if I did a minor pentatonic, right? And you can do that really anywhere in the neck. Or, sorry. Yeah. So that's the pull off. Now, a hammer on is where you're. Well, let me give you an example. If you do this exercise right here, where you go. All right, I'm not using my right hand at all, and I'm pressing down. It's almost like slapping my finger down on a fret. And there's another one. Then I pull off. Then I pull off. Right? So that's an exercise you can do. That's actually combining a pull off and a hammer on. But you can practice a hammer on, of course, with the spider. You can go. See, my right hand's not playing. Now this is you can play these as going down. You can play them as hammer-ons, but more effectively, you could play them as pull-offs. So remember that when you're ascending, hammer-ons is how you have to play it, but when you're descending, you can use pull-offs. All right, so you can also you can do a pull off and hammer-ons in I call this the incremental spider. So I'm going, right? So I'm hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off. Go to the next string, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, hammer on. And then coming down, right? So that's once again, I'm going hammer on, pull off, hammer on. That's it. That's another pull off, hammer on, right? And it gets in there, it gets a little kind of ambiguous as to whether it's, when you're going down, is that, because you gotta take your finger off. So but it's going to sound most clearly if those ascending lines are done as they're done as pull-offs. So that's an incremental spider. You can also do this. You can do this 2-string kind of exercise where you go. Right, so I'm borrowing the first 2 strings and I'm pulling off. So that's a hammer on. And you can actually, do some stretching here if you go. That's a stretch, and that's kind of tough on your hand. This definitely strengthens your left hand. Don't be discouraged if your hand hurts. Just like shake it out and go back to it. Give it rest. It takes a while to develop the strength to do hammer-ons and pull-offs. And where we're leading with this is essentially tapping, because you're freeing up your left hand. Right? You're actually developing your left hand to be able to stand on its own so that you can start using your right hand. And I will do a video in the future on tapping. So hope this was helpful. Basically pull-offs and hammer-ons. Various ways you can do them, using spider, using scales. I'm Christopher McClure. My website is soyouwanttoPlayGuitar.com, and YouTube is So You Want to Play Guitar, and Facebook is So You Want to Play Guitar. So hope this was helpful.